Alright, this tutorial is about how to unlock levels. So when I click on the second room, it says room is not unlocked yet. Room is not unlocked yet. So you have to complete the first room, so this will unlock. Then after you complete that one, the third will unlock. So let me click here. I collect one of the circles. Then it jumps back to the main room, which will allow me to go to the second room and then collect everything here, and then it'll go let me open the third room. And then all the rooms are unlocked now. So let me show you how I did that. Alright, so the first thing here, there's a code here called OData. Make sure it's set to persistent. It's going to be this question mark right here. So the persistent, when you have persistent checked, that means that this question mark or whatever you have in the room is going to be in every room. That's why you check persistent. So you just have to put it in one room and don't worry about it. Don't have to put it in the next room or nothing. You just put it in one room and then check the persistent, and then it'll be in every room. So do the add event, then do the coded sheet in the control tab, and you want to say global.level_unlock equals 1, and then the semicolons there. So this will start the code. This will start, making things work in the game. So this is the first thing you have to do. And I also have a link that will be in the description below to give you a little more detail about why you have to do this. I don't know all the technical aspects of this, but I know that this code is needed to start making the levels work. So make sure you put this OData in the room. Make sure it's persistent and it's visible. Then you have the box here that's called O level system, and I have a sprint here, and all the images are in one sprint, and it blinks really quick. But so I go into the object, and it animates quick, right? But you do a create. You want to put alarm 0 in there, set it to 1 millisecond, then go to alarm 0. Alarms are going to be in the main 2 tab. Then go to add event, do the alarm here, make sure it's the same. Alarm 0 matches alarm 0 here. Bring in the coded sheet, control tab. Then you want to say image_speed equals 0, semicolon. So this will make every image stop at the first image, which is going to be image 0. So they won't do this animation like it's doing here. So when you put this code in here, it stops it from animating, and it stays at the first image, which is 0. The second code you want to put in there is going to be this information right here. It's called switch parentheses level. I labeled it level in parentheses. You want to use this case 0. So what it's saying here is if it's case 0, it's going to be at image index 0, which is now at the box 1. If it's case 1, then it's going to be at image index 1, which is going to be the second room. Then if it's case 2, it's going to be image index equals 2. So it's going to be the third room. So you're basically putting in just the first image, which is box 1, and you're doing it 3 times. And with this code that you put in place, it's going to switch these numbers to 1, 2, and 3. That's what this code pretty much does here. it puts it all in order from 1, 2, 3 levels. Then you do a left press event in the mouse, the coded sheet from the control tab here, and this is the information here. This is like the if statement. If you go to room 1, this I graded this code out right here, which says show message, because I want to do an image instead, which is index do image activate object message. So the message is going to be this room in room. Room is not unlocked yet. So right now this image right here is deactivated, so it's not going to show up at the beginning when you first start the room. And it's going to blink. So I have a var statement here. It says image underscore speed, do it 0.2, so it's going to move, it's going to animate very slow. And like I said, it's not going to show up because I haven't deactivated the message, because I haven't clicked on anything yet. I haven't clicked on room 2 or 3, so it's not going to show the message. And then I have a alarm setting here. After 30 seconds, it's going to be deleted. It's going to be deactivated. So it's going to blink for 30 seconds, and then it's going to be deactivated again. So when you click on room 2 and 3, it's going to reveal the message, and then it's going to be deactivated again. But anyways, so when I click on the box, it's going to activate that message I just talked about. So when you first start, the message is deactivated. When you click on the box, if you haven't went into the room yet, it's going to activate the message saying you haven't been in the room yet. You haven't finished the first room yet or the second room yet, so the third room will not be ready to go into yet. So that's what this instance activate object is. You could grade this out if you wanted to, and then say show message level not unlocked. So this is like basic GameMaker text. You know, it's very crappy text on your Android device or your Windows PC. So I just took out that crappy message that would pop up and graded it out and put my own message in there, which is what I just talked about, which is an image instead of this crappy text message that pops up. It's like a white box with text, and I want to make it look more customizable, so I graded out that show text message and put my own image in there. So that's what I just talked about. So all this information here is talking about if you complete the first room or the second room, then the third room will be available for you to go into. If you complete if you haven't completed the second or third room, then it's going to show this message pop up where you haven't gone into the room. So this is what all this code does right here for the most part. So you have the case 1, case 2, and you have case 0. So it's like an if statement. If you go into this room will be available. If you haven't, then it'll show that message. Then when you complete the level, then it'll jump back to the main room, and then you'll be able to go to the second room and third room. Alright, you have to have these break statements in here. Alright, and like I said, room underscore go to room 3 if you complete it, or have completed room 2. If you completed room 1, then 2 will be available. That's what it's saying here. If you complete room 2, then 3 will be available. Alright, and then right click on the box and go to creation code, and you also want to put code in here. So this first box is called level equals 0 semicolon. The second box here on the creation code is called level equals 1. the third box is level equals 2. And this level will match the code in the OData. Well, I'm sorry, not the OData, but the O-level system. See, this level matches that creation code that I showed you. That's got to match. If it doesn't match, it's not going to work. The code's not going to work. Now, for some reason in GameMaker Studios, you need to use this alarm setup here and set it for 1 second, and then it will do the code and jump to doing the code here. If you don't have that alarm in there, it's going to throw an error. With GameMaker 8.1, I'm going to talk about later, you don't have to use the alarm. It works fine without the alarm. If you put the alarm in there for GameMaker 8.1, then you'll see a glitch in the system where you'll see the numbers go from 1, 2, 3 real quick. But with Studios, you need it in there. You need the alarm in there to make the code activate and work. If you don't have the alarm, it throws an error for some reason. Okay, so then the last step here is in the room 1 and 2 and 3. So in 1, 2, and 3 I have, well actually it's in 2 and 3, not 1. Yeah, there's a red box here. In this red box, it's not visible. You do a step event and add event here. Do a step event, and then you want to go to your control tab and bring over a test instant count. So if you have collected all of the images in the room and it's at 0, that means nothing else is in the room, and it's equal to, it's going to go back to room 0. And also you want to put this code in here. It says global.level underscore unlock plus equals 1. So this is basically saying that, okay, you completed that room, you collected the item. When you go back to the room 0 where it has 1, 2, and 3 rooms, then it's going to unlock the second room, or it's going to unlock the third room. So this is what that code does. It unlocks the room for you. So this test instant count means that once all these images are collected, doesn't matter how you pick them up, doesn't matter if you pick this one up first, or you pick this one up first, or pick this one up last, doesn't matter. When all images are collected, it's going to jump to the main room, and it's going to unlock the next room for you, whether it be 2 or 3, doesn't matter. And so the same thing happens for room 3. You collect all the images in the room, doesn't matter how you pick them up, then it's going to make you jump. It's going to jump back to room 0, and the same code's applied. It's going to unlock the next room. So object underscore collect 2, that's the image that you have to collect. Once all of the images are collected, that's why it's 0, because you collected all of them, and it's equal to, then I'll go to the main room where it shows 1, 2, and 3, and then the next room will be unlocked for you. Room 0 is this room with all of them in there. And see, this is called object collect 2. So when you left click on the mouse, it's going to destroy other. Make sure you say destroy other. You don't want to say destroy self, because it'll destroy all of them. Destroy other will just collect that one that you pick up and destroy that one only. Set it to visible, depth 0, and that's pretty much it. And the object message, of course, I've already showed this where it blinks. Got the var statement in there. It makes it go slower. The animation goes slower, so you don't have to have a whole bunch of images in here. This var statement will slow it down, the animation. You have it deactivated when you first start the game. It's called object message. Object message. Then after 30 milliseconds, then the message is going to be deactivated, so it's not going to show it anymore. You don't want to say destroy. You might want to make sure it says deactivate, because it's still there, but it's just deactivated. You can't see it. then when you click on the room 1, room 2 or 3, then it will show that message again. And like I said, room 1, there's nothing there. You don't have to have that box to collect because you only have the 1 to pick up. So once you pick up that 1, then it's going to go to the main room 0 again. So you don't need that code. Same thing. You click on the image. After 10 milliseconds, it's going to jump to room 0, and you don't need that test count statement because you're only picking up that one image, so it's not needed. All right, that will conclude this video. Thanks for watching.